This is the DJ Henderson podcast. Today's guest is a Palm Bay, Florida native who's been playing football his entire life. After capping off a successful high school career at Rockledge High School, he took his talents to Keiser University, where he's currently a sophomore and plays tight end. My guy, Trevor Phillips, welcome to the show, bro. Not much. Tell everybody about yourself, where you're from, all that kind of stuff, bro.
Okay, my name's Trevor Phillips. I'm from Palm Bay, Florida. Went to Rockledge High School. I play football currently at Keiser University. Play tight end, you feel me?
Yes, sir. How was growing up in Brevard? Like, what was it like in your household growing up there?
Growing up in Brevard, man, it was pretty chill, I ain't really never been through nothing like crazy like that, I went to elementary school, grew up with everybody from like elementary school up to high school. Growing up in Brevard was chill. Grew up in a 3-bedroom house, me, my grandma, my brother, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, but growing up in Brevard, nothing really hard, you know what I'm saying? Just out there getting grinding, you know what I'm saying? Everybody got the same goal, just to get out. You feel me?
How'd you start playing football when you were younger?
Playing football, really, I think I started playing soccer was my first sport for real. And then I just remember my mom was like, "Oh, signed you up for football." When I was like real young, I had to be like probably like when I was like 8 or 9, first started playing football. I started like a year before I was supposed to. And I had quit like playing like right when I started playing football, like I just enjoyed it off the rip. Quit playing all my other sports and everything like that, and just started taking football serious for real after I like really seeing this was something I enjoyed.
You did play basketball.
I did play basketball. I started playing basketball probably like my 4th grade year, so I had to be like I want to say like 10 or 11. But yeah, I started playing basketball when I was younger too. I enjoyed basketball a lot too, but as I got older and older, I seen I had a bigger future in football, so I started taking that a lot more serious because like football was one of my first sports. So you know what I'm saying, like that was like the go-to for me.
Before you decided to take football serious, who did you play like basketball for? It was like travel ball mostly.
Yeah, I first started playing basketball probably like in rec league, stuff like that, like nothing really serious, just like with my friends, everybody was playing, and I was like, I'll try this out. Uh, you know what I'm saying? And then once I seen like I was getting better and better, that's when I started playing travel ball for the Brevard Bulls. So I was like, I might as well try this out. You know what I'm saying? Make some shake, see where this goes, see where it takes me.
I know when we first met, we talked about how we played each other. We didn't even know it in
Yeah,
Atlanta, but I'm sure we played each other probably more than that one tournament, honestly. But that's just so long ago.
definitely, man. I remember playing y'all boys too. It was crazy because Team Temple was almost like a rivalry for us a little bit. We was going back and forth, win some, lose some, see y'all every other tournament, stuff like that. But yeah, I do remember playing y'all boys definitely.
For sure, damn near every tournament for real. When did you start taking football seriously? Like, when did you know like you could do something with it?
Um, Taking football seriously, I wanted to say my going into like my freshman year. Really, I was this when I was taking basketball real serious, and this was like kind of when I was like in the middle, not really knowing what I wanted to do, and then I had tore my meniscus my freshman year of high school, and I was like, man, I'm done playing football. Quit. Told all my friends, I was like, man, I'm done. I'm just sticking to basketball from here on out. So I was taking basketball real serious at that time. And then I remember going into my sophomore year, uh, one of my friends, one of my closest friends growing up, he's like, man, come on, like, you know what I'm saying, football season's starting or whatever. And I was like, bro, I don't think I'm finna go out this year, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't really enjoy it like that no more after I got hurt. Wasn't really like it just wasn't really what I was feeling at the time. And then I remember going into my sophomore year, I was like, he finally convinced me like just to go out and play, stay in shape for basketball at that point. That's what I was thinking. And then I remember I went into like my first varsity game as a sophomore, scored the game winning touchdown against like a real good Merritt Island team. This one I played for Heritage Palm Bay. Um, and yeah, it was a real good Merritt Island team, district game, first home game, scored in front of bunch of fans and everything. And I think that day was like the day I was like, I could really probably make some shake from with football, and knew I was like actually like good at this to a point where I could like see myself going into college or something like that.
Right. Talk to me about your first years at Heritage. Like, what was your role like? How'd your first 2 seasons go there?
My first years at Heritage, first year at Heritage was like probably one of my funnest. Going to my freshman year, I was going to workouts every day. You know what I'm saying? Like just grinding out, ready for the season, stuff like that. And then like I think it was like my first game at Heritage. I was playing JV like with aspirations of moving up to varsity soon. And like first game, I remember I just in the game got injured. Come to find out, I tore my meniscus and I had to sit out the whole season. And then that's when going into my sophomore year, my friend was like, "Hey, bro, you need to come back out." You know what I'm saying? Came back out my sophomore season. We all had a great year. You know what I'm saying? I played with everybody I knew from like my childhood, growing up with everybody from elementary school, middle school to high school, everything. So yeah, my first 2 years at Heritage was definitely fun and I enjoyed it there.
Talk to me about tearing your meniscus, because I tore my meniscus my senior year in the middle of the high school season, and I just thought it was like a sprained knee or a tweaked knee or something like that. And then I decided to play on it the whole rest of the second half of the year, the playoffs. And then after the season, when we finally lost, I decided to like get an MRI, get it all checked out, and I had tore mine up pretty bad. I thought I was gonna be out for a long time, but like my recovery was kind of quick. Honestly, it was probably like a month and a half or so. Tell me about your experience when you tore your meniscus and your rehab process and stuff like that.
Yeah, actually, I tore my meniscus twice because I tore it my freshman year in high school, and that time I think I like partially like I bruised my ACL and MCL in that time, so like it was really messing me up. Like I had fluids in my knee and everything, and I just remember like uh going into my freshman year, I played that first game, got hurt, and then the second game I wasn't really thinking too much of it because at this point I was like, man, I'm playing through it because like I've never really been the type to like quit. I've never sat out a whole season due to injury, nothing like that. And then I remember going out there trying to play the second game, and it was like the first play of the second game, and I just knew I couldn't do it like immediately. Like I had got hit on it, and then from there, I just remember like I was like, I can't do it. But my second time, because I had surgery on both my knees, my second time was my junior year. And I remember this one vividly because I was like running back down on like a punt return or something like that, going to block. And I just felt the pop in my knee. I think I like cut awkwardly on it or something like that. But that time wasn't as bad because my first time, I think when I had surgery, they didn't repair it. They took some of it out. And my second time, they did repair it. But I played the whole season on that in my junior year with the torn meniscus. Some days it will bother me, but you know what I'm saying, you can push through it. It's not like something that you couldn't play on, and especially if your team needs you, it's probably like one of the best things to do. And it happened so early in the season. I just knew that like I wasn't trying to set out another year, especially like with my aspirations of going to college and everything. I knew I had to get my film up, transferring schools because I went from Heritage in Palm Bay and I transferred to Rockledge in Rockledge, Florida. So you know what I'm saying, transferring schools, I didn't want to like off rip sit out the whole season. Like I just wasn't ready for that. So I definitely played the whole season through that one, and it had its ups and downs, but I got through it. At the end of the year, got my surgery done, and really that was it. And ever since, you know what I'm saying, rehabbing and everything really helped me out a lot and everything. It almost like rehab helped me with like figuring out what I want to do for my future because going to rehab so much and physical therapy and everything, I have figured out what I really want to do in college, and that's physical therapy. I'm trying to get my degree in physical therapy now because I really enjoyed everything they did for me there and everything like that. So,
And people don't know that's real important where you get your physical therapy, staying on top of it, like especially after you have an injury like that or you have surgery. Like when I hurt mine, I know I had to go to therapy like 3 days a week. I was doing pool workouts the days I didn't have to go to it because, like you said, like nobody want to just be injured, especially when you love what you do. But I think that's something that a lot of people don't understand, especially that are athletes. Like you got to figure out as an athlete when to decide, oh, this is too much. Like I'm actually injured or I'm hurt and I can play through it. Like it's a big difference between being injured and being hurt. A lot of people don't understand that.
Yeah, it's a big grind going to physical therapy and everything because I do remember some days you just don't want to go, but going to physical therapy when you're injured is probably one of the most important things to do, whether it's strengthening the muscle you hurt or strengthening the muscles around it, like just to keep you from re-injuring and stuff like that. So yeah, physical therapy was like very important to me going every day, even though some days, you know what I'm saying, like you just don't want to get out of bed. You always got to push yourself.
I think for me, when I went through that, it made me just a lot more mentally tough. Like, because when you go there, like obviously you build a relationship with whoever your therapist is, but 9 times, like in my case, they were only friendly to me like before and after we did our therapy. Like during, they were pushing me hard. Like sometimes they would stretch me certain ways. It would hurt real bad, but like as time went on, as I kept going and kept going, I started seeing myself get better. So I know, like me personally, like I enjoyed the experience. Like not all of it, of course, but I for sure enjoyed it, and I'm glad I took it serious for sure. Talk to me about going to Rockledge. What was the difference between Rockledge and Heritage, and just give me the rundown.
Uh, Transferring from Heritage to Rockledge, probably one of the hardest decisions I ever had to make in my life because you know what I'm saying I went to Heritage with everybody I grew up with from my childhood and everything, and I just remember a lot of people were transferring out of Heritage after our sophomore year. I think we went like 6-4, didn't have the best season, didn't win out in our district, so we didn't make the playoffs. You know what I'm saying, but it wasn't like we were a bad team. Like we still was a very young team. It was a team led by freshmen and sophomores, but it was definitely transferring to Rockledge was one of the moves I had to make. I think to better my future. But it was real hard leaving everybody I knew and some of my closest friends and everything. But I knew Rockledge was probably one of the best schools for me to transfer to, not only like for college and like bettering my future wise, but I knew a lot of people from Rockledge as well because you know what I'm saying I played a lot. I played a lot of basketball with people from there. Played football and little league with a lot of people from Rockledge. So it wasn't like going to Rockledge was like a horrible move for me or nothing like that. It was probably one of the best decisions I made in my life, but also one of the hardest. You know what I'm saying?
How did you decide that like it was the right decision and that you like how did you come to grips with knowing that you weren't going to necessarily be the guy? Like I'm sure you had a much bigger role at Heritage, but what was it like? What was that part of it like coming to Rockledge? Like what was it like adjusting to being with better players?
Yeah. At Heritage, I did get a lot more touches and everything. I would say I played a way bigger role at Heritage than I did at Rockledge. But you know what I'm saying, I was not only was I looking to better my future, but I was trying to chase a state title. So and I felt like at Heritage we just didn't have all the pieces at the exact moment and everything. And I just felt like Rockledge was one of the best moves for me to make. Sacrificing my touches and my role and everything really wasn't that hard for me. I've never really been a selfish player. You know what I'm saying? I've always been the type like if one man's eating, man, feed him. You know what I'm saying? Like if somebody's going to work, feed him. Like I can't hate on another player for doing great. You know what I'm saying? I've never been a jealous player, nothing like that, selfish, nothing. So it wasn't really that hard for me to make that move, knowing that it was better for my future and what I was chasing. You know what I'm saying? But I definitely played a big role at Heritage, but I also played a big role at Rockledge that I liked, and I got comfortable playing, and I did good there and everything. So it was probably one of the best decisions I made.
I think that kind of shows what kind of guy you are, because I know you personally as a athlete, like not all guys are going to be willing to come to a different situation, take a smaller role, get less touches or less shots or less whatever the case. But knowing that that's what you had to do to one better yourself and get farther along for your future, and also in order to compete, hopefully for a state championship, that's big time. I think that says a lot about you. Um, How'd your senior season go? What was your senior season experience like?
Senior year, I'd have to say one of my funnest years, if not the funnest, out of all my high school years and maybe out of all my football years in my life. We went, I think, at the end of the season, we finished 9-2. We lost to a really good Miami Southridge team in the middle of the season. which all props to them. That was a real good team. And then we went to the first round of playoffs. Sadly, lost to a real good American Heritage team, Plantation. But I feel like if the way our district was situated, we didn't have the best shot to go all the way because you know what I'm saying it was us, Cardinal Gibbons, and American Heritage Plantation, three top teams in 5A, and all three in the same bracket to make it to state. When really we should have been seeing one of each other in state or that fourth round or whatever. You know what I'm saying? But definitely not mad about it. I had a fun time my senior year. Loved everyone I played with. You know what I'm saying? So it wasn't like losing in the first round or anything like that. It didn't hurt me. Didn't think I should have stayed at Heritage or anything like that. Definitely not nothing like that. I didn't put any bad thoughts into my head. I had a great time my senior year, and it was one of the funnest years of my football career.
Sure. My senior year was pretty lit too. We won the district championship. We went deep in the playoffs, so I already know what kind of time you was on.
Yeah.
Um, if you had a chance to tell yourself, starting off as a high school freshman, one thing, what would you tell yourself?
Ooh, one thing I could have told myself, probably really I would have told myself stay in the weight room a lot more. I remember my freshman and sophomore year I was in the weight room, but really wasn't taking it that serious. You know what I'm saying? I was in there just really floating around as a freshman. But if I were to go back, tell myself anything, it would be push that weight. You know what I'm saying? Just get stronger and stronger because the better you look, the better it is for colleges to see you. Not only that, it really pays off when you're on that field. You don't think it does in the moment or nothing like that, but it really does at the end of the day. You know what I'm saying? From my freshman year to where I am now, uh, my maxes and everything have went all the way up. But I remember going into like my junior year at Rockledge, uh, at Heritage, I really didn't take it that serious. But going into my junior year at Rockledge, Coach Younger really emphasized like me being in the weight room, and he helped me like push all my maxes up, and I got a lot stronger just going to Rockledge in itself. Like having somebody to really actually push me. Not to say that Coach Ainsley at Heritage didn't push me, but it was just I seen the difference going to Rockledge and everything like that. So I would tell myself as a freshman, take that weight room seriously.
What's some things that, like some small things that you learned or that you learned from Coach Younger while you were at Rockledge?
Ooh, Coach Younger, that man taught me a lot. I can't lie. I wouldn't say at Heritage we didn't run like a very complicated offense. It was really like simplified, you know what I'm saying? Not to say that the offense coordinator was bad or anything, but I do remember going in Rockledge. It was like my first time like I actually ran like a actually I like to say college like offense, not exactly college, but it was a lot more up tempo. The plays were a lot more complicated and everything. My first couple of weeks at Rockledge was probably some of the toughest for me, like learning the playbook and everything. And you know what I'm saying? So he kind of put that offensive mind in my head, and he helped me understand like the game of football, like take a step back from it and like see it's more than just, you know what I'm saying, running, throwing the ball. Like it's a lot more than that than what you really see out there on the field. Like you really got to watch film, study it, everything. And like there's certain plays you run to certain players, stuff like that, everything. So yeah, Coach Younger taught me a lot, I would say.
You sound like my high school coach. My high school coach, man, taught me so much just mentally about the game. Like when I first got to high school, I just was playing basketball just based on what I knew how to do from AAU and playing on the blacktop courts and just natural talent. But once I got to high school, my coach kind of mentally put the game in me. So now, like, I'm very appreciative of what he did for me for sure. So sounds kind of similar. Tell me about what it was like getting to Keiser.
Getting the Kaiser, ooh, transitioning from high school to college, one of the hardest things I've ever had to do. I remember I graduated, I think I want to say May 25th, 2019, class of 2019, of course. And then my report day for Kaiser was May 28th. So I had a quick, short summer. You know what I'm saying? Went into college, thinking everything was sweet. It wasn't sweet at all, man. I got in college. They pushed me 15 times harder, you know what I'm saying? Being in that weight room, being on and off the field, learning a new playbook and everything. And then going into my first fall camp was probably one of the hardest things I had to do, not only physically, but definitely mentally, because You know what I'm saying? One of the biggest things in football is you need to be mentally strong. Because it's sometimes you feel like you want to quit, but you got to push through. And I think that's a big thing Keiser has taught me so far is just like my mental toughness has like shot through the roof, being like transitioning from high school to college, which what I'm saying helps me a lot as a player.
Tell me about fall camp. Everybody want to know about fall camps. We always see football players talk about fall camp, fall camp. What is fall camp all about, and what was it like at Keiser for you?
Fall camp, man. Fall camp is basically say a month to 2 months straight grind. I'm talking about you wake up at 6 o'clock in the morning. You're not getting home until 6 o'clock at night. If not later at some schools, it really depends on what school you're on. But like it's like 12, 13-hour days. Like you're there all day. You're at the facility all day working. You know what I'm saying? Like you get your breaks here and there, but like it's a real grind. And that's one of the hardest things, you know what I'm saying? Like you got to be mentally tough through fall camp and everything. Like I know, you know, high school is a lot different from college, and it's like that any college you go to. That first fall camp is going to like really test you and show you who you really are as a player. You know what I'm saying? So like fall camp is a big thing, but it's also very important. Like going into your first college football season. Not only that, going into the season period, like it helps everybody develop like into the shape they need to be, that football shape for your first game and everything, to play 4 quarters of, what I'm saying, smash mouth football. So yeah, fall camp's a grind, but once you get through it, you did something big, and like you really feel good inside.
Comparing your like how you felt and how everything went for your first fall camp. How was this past fall camp that just passed? Because you guys just started your season, so
Yeah. My first fall camp caught me by surprise. Didn't even see it coming. Hit me in the mouth. You know what I'm saying? It was times, I'm just laying down trying to get like a 15-minute nap, like just to get ready, go back ready to go to practice again, meetings, everything. My first fall camp was real hard, but this past fall camp, uh, knowing what more to expect, and like just what I'm saying, as the days go, the older you get, the wiser you get, and like the more like I expected everything. I knew what was gonna happen, and it like I said, that first fall camp mentally like made me a lot tougher. So this fall camp wasn't that hard for me. Not to say like anything got easier. If anything, it got harder. But mentally, I was ready for it, and I got through it this year. And this year, I would say like was a lot better for me than it was last year. Just going into my sophomore season and everything, and just being here already and understanding like what I'm saying, the team and what we're going to do, all that. So like yeah, it helped me a lot.
how was your season last year? Like, how did your freshman campaign go?
My freshman campaign was great, man. You know what I'm saying? I came in as a true freshman, was getting great reps off the rip. I played a lot, got a lot of snaps. We went 9-0 in the regular season, fell short to a real good Cumberland's team in the first round of the playoffs. Won conference, you know what I'm saying? So I can't be mad about anything. You know what I'm saying? First college season, I'd say, was a success. Got our conference rings and everything. So I'm happy about the way everything went my freshman season, and just ready to go back and go further into the playoffs this season, you know what I'm saying, with aspirations of that national title.
How did it feel to get the rings finally? Because I seen the video. The rings was beautiful.
Yeah, them rings was tough. It took a while for the rings to come in and everything. Getting our rings was definitely like a big moment for me, you know what I'm saying? Just like my first college season, getting the ring and everything. Uh, Really, this is my second ring ever. I think my first ring was like my 7th grade year, AAU state. Nothing really. I honestly lost that ring too. I got pictures and stuff of it though. But yeah, the ring, getting it now, like beginning of the season, everything. I think it was like great time, and it just shows like everybody, what we can do, and what we're like. What are you willing to do to like go get another one, if not a bigger one? You know what I'm saying? So yeah, getting the first ring in my college career was great, and I plan on getting 3 more before I graduate.
What's your goals for this season? Like, what's your mindset going into this season?
Uh, my goals for this season definitely we definitely want to win conference again. One of the small goals, you know what I'm saying. I also we really want to go to a national championship this year. You know what I'm saying. That's what we're working on and everything. So yeah, that's one of the best things for me. it's one of my biggest goals.
What is it like? Like, what could you tell somebody about being a student athlete and how difficult and tough it can be sometimes?
Uh, Being a student athlete in college, definitely real hard. You know what I'm saying? It's a grind also, but once you get used to everything and how everything goes, uh, it gets a lot easier. You know what I'm saying? Just make sure you're getting your work done. Talk to your professors and everything. Going into practice like with a good mindset and all that. It's the biggest thing really. You just got to stay mentally strong because being a student athlete, uh, a lot of people like sleep on student athletes, think like it's easy, it's not as hard as it seems and everything, but nah, it's a grind, but it's not impossible to do. And you know what I'm saying, once you get through your first college semester, your first college year, you know what I'm saying, you really could see like you could do this, you know what I'm saying, you got to push through.
I agree. Honestly, people ask that a lot, and I mean, it's too a lot of people. There's people out there that say, "Oh, being a student athlete easy. Y'all get free this. All you got to do is play a sport." But I mean, it's not that easy. But
Yeah,
like
it's
you
not.
said, it's also not really impossible either. Like in my experience, I think once once I got in a routine of going to school, going to practice, working out, all that kind of stuff. Once I got in a routine and I knew what I had to do every day, it got a lot easier for sure. Did you have a welcome to college moment, or was there like a time, sometime at college in a practice in a game where you're just like this isn't the same as high school, like it's more intense or something like that?
um I wouldn't say I had a real like big welcome to college moment or anything like that, but I do know like graduating May 25th and my report day being May 28th, you know what I'm saying? That was a big enough welcome for me in itself. You know, just going straight like into it, like just graduating everything, uh seeing how everything is done, learning that new offense and everything, like made me sit back and really think like I'm here, you know what I'm saying? But also like I'm real proud of myself for everything I've done. I like to humble myself at the same time though, because I'm not done yet. Still working, like still a lot more to get done. But yeah, not too big of a welcome to college moment, but it is sometimes you sit back and like you still think about high school and how fun it was and everything. But you in the moment now, so you might as well get it done.
That's facts. What motivates you to keep going and keep working hard even after you've accomplished what you've accomplished?
What motivates me? Really, what motivates me? I'm a big like motivator of myself. I like to push myself all the time. Take myself to that limit. Um, like you know what I'm saying, I want to have a big future for myself, so like whatever I got to do to like get there, like I'm willing to do, like push myself in all aspects of life, whether it's on the field or off the field, in the classroom, out of the classroom, like whatever it is, like, and I always like to challenge myself, so that's like one of the biggest things that motivates me is myself.
Or like, what would be your piece of advice to somebody that's trying to make it in life?
Biggest piece of advice I could give to anybody, like no matter what they're doing, never give up, never quit. Like if you start something, like finish it. Like you could do it if you really push yourself. Like nothing in life is easy, nothing in life is handed to you, and you just gotta always think like, what are you willing to do to like really get what you want? And like if you not willing to like, you know what I'm saying, push yourself through and like you willing to give up and everything, you didn't really want it as bad as you thought you did, you know what I'm saying? So if you really want it, like go get it. And it ain't nothing, nobody stopping you but yourself, really.
That's facts. All right. Now we're about to do the speed round. Couple quick little questions, couple quick little answers. First
Okay.
question, what's the number one thing that you like to do in your free time?
One thing I like to do in my free time is sleep, man. I need my sleep and I need, you know what I'm saying, rest, hydration, all that, you know what I'm saying? I like to get my sleep. That way I'm ready for like whatever is up next.
That's what I would say is something for people that's looking to be a student athlete. That's what I would say. I used to tell people all the time when I first got to college, like being so busy and working hard, like you always feel like you never could get enough sleep. Even if you sleep a perfect 8 hour sleep, you're gonna wake up sometimes and be like, dang, I still feel sleepy. I still need to go to sleep. Still need to find me a way to get me a nap for practice or whatever the case. That's weird. All right, who are your top 5 rappers out right now?
Top 5 rappers, and I
No,
can't put them in no.
no number one.
It's a bunch of good. I can't put them in no order though, but top 5 rappers, I'll say Kodak, No Cap, uh, Lil Baby, NBA YoungBoy, and I'll put Rilo in there. I miss Rilo real heavy.
Hello, no dirt, no dirt.
Ooh, that's making my head spin. It's a lot up there though. It's a lot up there, but that's top 5 no order.
That's a good top 5, though. I'll rock with it. What do you see yourself doing after you finish your football career?
Um, man, I'm taking that shot to go to the NFL for real. After my college football career at least. But you know what I'm saying, I'm not really worried about it too much. I'm pushing myself as hard as I can to get there, and if the chance is there, I'm gonna take it definitely. But you know, after I get out of college and stuff like that, done with my football career, I plan on you know what I'm saying, being a physical therapist, saving up my money and everything, just having a successful life, and eventually open up my own physical therapy place on my own that I own, you know what I'm saying? Because I'm majoring in physical therapy, but minoring in business. So that's like the big goal for real.
I like that. Who will win the Super Bowl this year? And what do you think about NFL so far?
Who win the Super Bowl this year? You know what I'm saying? I'm a Cowboys fan, so I got to go with them boys. You feel me? But this NFL season, with COVID and you know what I'm saying, everything going on, it's kind of been boring to me. I'm not gonna lie. I don't like how they, you know what I'm saying, put the animated fans and everything, but I can't hate, you know what I'm saying, everybody out there grinding, you know what I'm saying, COVID's a big thing, and you know, it doesn't look like it's ending anytime soon as bad as we all want it to, you know what I'm saying? So the NFL season, I think right now isn't the best. It could have been better, of course, you know what I'm saying, if all this wasn't going on, but yeah, I got to go with them boys to win the Super Bowl.
Uh, who's gonna win the NBA Finals this year? Who's your pick? It's only 4 teams left, so it's kind of easier now
You
to
know,
say.
you know my pick, bro. I got to go with the Lake Show. You know what I'm saying? LeBron got to get that ring. He got to. They snubbed him on the MVP too. I don't like how they gave it to Giannis, but we're not even gonna get into that.
Then they gave him Defensive Player of the Year. They gave him MVP.
I don't like that. That's a whole nother topic. You feel
whole
me?
nother whole nother topic. Who's been the biggest influence in your life this far?
Biggest influence in my life. I'll probably say my grandfather passed away. My junior year of high school, he passed away. But yeah, my grandfather, because my dad passed away when I was real young. So like my grandfather was like somebody I looked up to, and I looked at him as a father figure. And, you know what I'm saying? He was always there for me no matter what. And he was also like somebody who pushed me to the limit at all times. You know what I'm saying? So I really do it for him. That's my why. People ask me what my why is in football, why I'm out here doing it, and it's for him. You know what I'm saying? He wanted to see me be great. So you know what I'm saying? I'm trying to carry on that legacy on its own and by myself. Like, even with or without him here, I know he's watching over me. So he definitely one of the biggest influencers in my life.
What do you want to improve on the most on the field this year?
Improve on the most on the field. Uh, I have to say, my speed. I got to get my speed up for real. You know, I was working on it a lot over the summer. Just like getting a lot quicker and faster on the field. You know what I'm saying? The faster you are, the better, obviously. So the better off, you know what I'm saying? So I just got to get faster on that field. I feel like that's a personal goal for me, is just get that 40 time cut down, you know what I'm saying, everything, and just really get my speed up.
Okay. If you could spend a day with 3 people that are dead or alive, who would you choose?
3 people dead or alive. I say number one, probably my pops, you know what I'm saying? Pops died when I was very young, so I ain't never really get to see what kind of man he is, you know what I'm saying, everything. So spending a day with him probably mean a lot to me. LeBron James, of course, you know what I'm saying? That's the GOAT to me. So I've always looked up to LeBron James as a basketball player. So I love to spend a day with him. My third one, I'll probably spend a day with Kodak Black, you know what I'm saying? Hang out or something, see what, you know what I'm saying, he doing. Even though he in jail right now, I'll wait till he get out until I do that. But yeah, that's the thing I'll spend a day with.
Well, bro, thank you for being a guest on the show. Tell everybody where they can find you, Instagram, Twitter, and what you got coming up soon.
Nah, man, thank you for having me. My Instagram, y'all can follow me on Instagram at King Trevs. That's 2 V's and a Z. Um, you can find me on Twitter. I don't even know my Twitter handle for real, but I think my Twitter and my Instagram bio, so you can find that as well. You know what I'm saying? But nah, thank you for having me, man, for real.
No problem, bro.